1986, Theodor Geisel looked on as a San Diego museum began the installation of a massive retrospective of his life's work. True to form, he did not want to talk about it.
Lorraine, you know that Dr. Seuss does not like to give interviews.
He doesn't want to say anything about his cat?
I doubt it.
While Ted preferred to let his work speak for itself, he was more than vocal about protecting his characters and stories from exploitation. When an anti-abortion group used this line from Horton Hears a Who as Ted's endorsement of their cause, he demanded and received an immediate retraction. When a toy company sent him a box of shoddily made characters, he threw it in his swimming pool.
I think he believed so strongly that in order for his characters to have their true integrity, he really had to do them himself.
Museum curators anxiously walked Geisel through their presentation of his legendary career. The exhibition would later go on a successful national tour, and critics would praise Dr. Seuss's genius as an artist and writer. Typically, Ted Geisel kept his comments to a minimum.
That worked out nicely.
Yes. Yeah, it's fine.
After the museum tour, Ted's health worsened to the point where he rarely went out in public. Returning to the privacy of his hilltop studio, the idea for a book that would become his farewell message emerged.
Was much more like kind of a wise grandfather or a father sitting down and talking to a younger generation.
Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who'll decide where to go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest.
Released in early 1990, Oh, the Places You'll Go shot to the top of the New York Times adult bestseller list. Theodor Geisel, in weakening health, enjoyed the book's success from his home in La Jolla.
I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hack and cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak.
It's a spread in Oh, the Places You'll Go that just makes you think of the river Styx or going to Hades or something. And it just seemed so clear that you know, that he was not knowing where he was going to go pretty soon.
He talks about the end of life's journey and the journey that we then make beyond that. It's a book very much about the passage from this life into the next. I mean, it really is Ted's valedictory.
He'd say, "Am I dead now?" Which is humor.
Wishing to remain where he had worked for so many years, a bed was placed in his studio.
Because he really didn't want anybody to see him in the condition that he felt he was in. Probably about 3 weeks before he died, he said he didn't want to autograph any more books, and we didn't send out any more cat notes. And I knew then that his life was going to be ending.
On September 24th, 1991, Theodor Geisel died in his studio, a few feet from his drawing board and his creatures. He was 87 years old.
Dear Dr. Seuss, I'm sorry that you are dead. I wish you weren't dead. I really like your books. My favorite is The Cat in the Hat and please send some information. Yours truly, Dane.
He was totally self-contained. He didn't need, you know, anyone to tell him who he was.
There's so much about Ted, but on the other hand though, you can't pin it down, really.
Since her husband's death, Audrey Geisel has overseen the release of Dr. Seuss toys, clothing, and numerous animated stories. There is a Dr. Seuss attraction at a theme park in Florida, a Broadway musical, and feature films based on his characters. Noting the dearth of merchandising during Ted's lifetime, some have called it exploitation.
And you have to guess at it in a way that, where you're hoping that if Theodor Geisel were alive, he would be answering those questions the same way you'd be answering those questions. Because you don't want to do anything that would sort of that would violate his legacy.
Nothing is static. There's only two directions it can go, onward and upward, or it can go downward and oblivion. And if it takes selling cookies or figures or T-shirts or this or that or the other thing, so be it.
Happy birthday, Dr. Seuss! Read with me, you guys. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Every year on Theodor Geisel's birthday, classrooms across America celebrate Dr. Seuss and his books.
There will be nobody with the influence that this man has had. And, you know, my kids have them, and I guarantee you their kids will have them, because both Grandma will buy them for them, and I'm sure that their mom and dad will remember the books that we read.
Is ink.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why kids pick up on the joyful aspect of reading, is that they're getting from their parents, I want to share this with you because I remember how wonderful it was when I did it myself. You know, and that's how readers are born.
Oh, the Places You'll Go remained atop the New York Times bestseller list for 1 year after Ted's death. It has become a favorite gift for high school and college graduates, and every spring it becomes a bestseller all over again.
And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Buxbaum, or Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai, Ali, Van Allen, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.